You also see he's got some bite wounds on his chin. So he definitely had a good fight with somebody. I would say it's probably the 3 young Birmingham males that he's come into contact with.
A very good morning to all the viewers and subscribers. Our mission this year is to try and see how many wild dog packs we can identify and get some stories going on them and which pack has pups this year. So as we go into winter, it's going to get more exciting to know which ones are going to start denning. Already in my time here, I've seen several packs of wild dogs, probably about 4 different packs. So it's always interesting to find out who's who and what their home ranges are and who's coming from where and what direction, especially with all of the wild duck activity in the Kruger Park, Sabi Sands and Timbavati. So this is going to be an interesting morning. Hopefully we can get a good sighting of them and see what's happening. We've stumbled across quite a special sighting. This is a African skimmer that you can see in the frame there. There's a few small sandpipers beside it and there's a black-winged stilt at the back, but the main focus here is this African skimmer. So why it's so special is because African skimmers are not really found in South Africa. They are a southern African bird, so they are seen more in Zimbabwe, Botswana and Zambia. The reason why they're called skimmers is because of the way that they fly over the water while they catch fish. They fly very, very low to the water and they have an extended bottom bill. And their bottom part of the beak, so the underbill, is a lot longer than the top of the bill, and it's got quite a funny shape at the end. It's almost like a little scoop, and basically they skim over the water and they scoop with that bill and then they catch fish. So hopefully this one won't be a bit lazy and will get up and start flying around. So quite an interesting start to the afternoon. After our very quiet morning this morning we had with the skimmers at Mandev, we had no luck relocating the Narus, but we've come north and we found fragments of the Mbiri Pride. You can see here on the screen is Mandev. So this is just a close-up of his back right leg, and basically we're not sure what has happened to him, but we think he's gotten into a fight with other lions. We're going to try and see what the rest of the Mbiri Pride are doing and see if other ones are injured, but we suspect maybe on one of his territorial patrols he bumped into some trouble, because Lambile and Nchila aren't showing any signs of injury from their side. So Mandev was just lying here with this lone Mbiri lioness, and we're going to try and follow up on the other ones now and see what the story is.
You also see he's got some bite wounds on his chin. So he definitely had a good fight with somebody. I would say it's probably the 3 young Birmingham males that he's come into contact with.
So just under closer inspection of the sighting, we've now seen Lambile and 2 other lionesses. So they're not too far separated, but we're also quite interested to know why there's only 1 lioness that's surrounding Mandev. So we suspect maybe they could possibly be mating, but we're not too sure. Now Lambile's just dropped his head in the grass and there's one of the Mbiri lionesses behind him. So we've managed to relocate the rest of the Mbiris, and we've seen that they have an Impala carcass that they've been feeding on. We think they might have killed it during the day, even this morning. And here's just some of the youngsters, the 3 youngsters. The audio you'll hear is not from the older ones but from these 3. It's quite scary how such young lions can make such a deep growl. And they've each got their own little piece of the carcass, a leg, and they are just feeding on that. So we're going to keep a close eye on what happens in the next few episodes on the virtual safari with regards to Mandev and the rest of the swallow males, because we're not sure, we still don't know where he picked up those injuries from. We don't know who he got into a fight with. We suspect it could be the Birmingham males, the 3, the 2 tawny ones and the white male that we saw previously closer to the beginning of the year filming the virtual safari. But we'll never really know for sure. All we can do is watch as the story unfolds, but hopefully the tin swallow males aren't in too much trouble. But we'll continue to monitor Mandev and hopefully get to the bottom of who he got into an altercation with. But stay tuned to find out what happens in the next few episodes on the virtual safari.